There are 3 simple things that you can add into your business that will have clients begging to keep working with you, increase your client retention, and even dramatically lower your refund rates. Because one way or another, all businesses have to figure this out if they want to scale. It is easier to increase the value of one client than go out there and find 3 new ones. And I figured this out 5 years ago through trial and error and spending over 6 figures hiring different coaches and mentors to teach me how to do this. And in this video, I'm going to break down the 3 biggest pillars, the easiest to implement, the most effective, and the most powerful way to do this. 3 things that will have your clients begging to continue working with you instead of awkwardly telling you why they need to leave. Normally, this is the part of the video where someone will say, and wait around for point 3, that's the most important. But in today's video, not the case. All 3 of these are vitally important to the success of your business. So let's get into it. Now, step 1 starts way before someone ever even becomes a client. And this is one of the most overlooked parts of the process because people think that it has nothing to do with client retention. But in actuality, it's an incredibly important part of this process. It's how we sell someone into our product, service, business, and before they ever even give us their money. Let me know if this sounds familiar. You've got someone booking a call on your calendar. You're excited to speak with them. They're a potential client. You think if I can just share with them everything that I've got and what I can do for them, it's going to be a no-brainer, and they'll say yes. So you jump on the phone, you have a brief conversation, you ask them some questions, they talk to you, and then you get into it. You talk and you talk and you talk. You share all about your business, your credentials, who you are, what you can do, how you can help them. You share some success stories and everything else. You've done a cracking job. It's an absolute no-brainer, and the client says yes and joins your service or your business. And so you might say, well, that sounds great. What's the problem? Well, this is where the biggest mistake comes in here in step 1 to keeping and retaining a great client. And it's a 2-pronged approach. If you sell in the way that I just described and you do the majority of the talking and you are selling yourself, that right there is the issue. You're selling yourself to them, not the other way around. You want it to be a mutual relationship. And I'll share with you how to overcome this a little bit later on. But the second issue is you've sold yourself in such a way that you're heavily reliant on what you are going to do for them. And in so doing, you've taken responsibility for the result. And so if later down the line, things don't go to plan, usually the client's fault, not your fault, but they're going to blame you for their lack of results and not take their own responsibility. Can you see the potential problem here? Because of the way the client was sold, they could come in with certain expectations that cause trouble later down the line. Yes, you got them in, they became a client, that's great, but it's more important to keep them happy and retain them as a client. And if they feel that they were overpromised and under-delivered to, what are they going to do? They're going to refund or leave. So how do we make sure that we're selling them in the right way before they pay for your services? Well, I've been perfecting a sales script that I call the push and the pull script. And it works insanely well and solves all of these problems because it comprises of 2 calls. And the first call is the push call. We actually endeavor to slightly push the prospect away, and in so doing, they're selling themselves to you. And then we have a couple of days where they sit on your offer and get more and more excited about it. Then we chat again in a couple of days and we pull them in. And if you execute this correctly, you will have a very, very powerful sales system on your hands that brings people in with the right expectation. If you want to go deeper on this topic, I've done a whole video breaking down the framework for this 2-call close, and you can click up here to check it out. Now, the second thing that you need to have in place to ensure much higher retention rate and lower refund rate is having levels to your service, or as we would call it, upsells. We need to have various options for our clients when they finish their time with us or we've delivered on the service, and help them with what their next goal should be and have a next level to our service. For example, one of the companies that I have is a marketing education coaching company where we help experts to package up their knowledge and build marketing machines to attract the right type of clients to them and then close those clients. But we have people coming to us that need help at different levels. And typically, the way that it works is we have people coming to us at the entry level position, which means they've got a coaching offer, they've got some area of expertise, and they've got a program they're trying to sell, but they're not making the kind of money that they want to right now, and they're not having the impact that they want. So they come to us in our program called Elite, and in that program, we help them build a webinar funnel, turn on traffic, learn how to close on the phone, and that program is designed to help them get to a consistent 20 to 30K per month in their business. That is a 6-month coaching experience with us. So what happens when they get to the end of the 6 months? Well, their time in that program has ended, but our success rate is so high. There's a very good chance that at the end of those 6 months, they've got a great marketing machine that is finding them ideal dream clients for them, and they're closing those clients on the phone. So they've got some good revenue now, so they have a new problem. They want to scale the business. from 6 figures a year to 7 figures a year. So guess what? We have another program for them, which is called expansion. And in expansion, we focus on helping clients that are stuck at the kind of 30K per month, 40K per month, and we help them unlock those $100,000 months in a coaching business and scale from there. So rather than us just parting ways at the end of 6 months and a digital handshake and say thanks for working with us, we say, hey, we're so proud of you for where you've gotten to now, and perhaps this is your next challenge, and I think we could help over here. Same thing is true for our next level. We have a mastermind above that, which is called Titan. And that is for people who have broken through the ceiling and reached 7 figures a year, and now they're on the journey to get to 8 figures a year, and we have a program for that. And what's great about this is not only does our client have a clear journey of what they need to do to get the result inside of our program, but we actually increase the chances of them getting that result because the program is tailored to where they're at. If somebody was just starting out their coaching business and they're nervous about even launching a marketing funnel, and they come into a coaching program that's talking about big 7-figure numbers and big ad campaigns that we're scaling to the moon, it might feel a bit overwhelming to them. So this way, obviously each client gets focused attention on the actions that they need to take to unlock that next level for them. And so you need to be thinking about how to do this in your business. You know, the problems that you solve and the solutions that you provide, could they be broken up? Is it a really big solution that you provide? And maybe there's actually 2 or 3 mini solutions within that. And maybe it's on a bit of a sliding scale. Perhaps this is your chance to chop your program, your service, your offering up into 2 or 3 levels. And part 3 is super important. It's implementing what we call client success strategies. It's making sure that every day we are holding our clients accountable to the tasks they need to be doing to get the result, that we're walking them along that path with them and increasing their chances of success and making sure that our clients don't fall off track. So look, there's 101 different strategies that we could talk about to improve your client success experience, but we don't want to be here for hours. And so what I want to do is boil down the 4 most important strategies that you can implement in your business right now to increase retention with your clients and lower refund rates at the same time. And thirdly, increase the success of your clients in your programs. The first is ensuring that whatever it is that you're selling, you provide your client with proper onboarding straight after they make their payment. They might be nervous about the decision they've just made, and you don't want them to feel cold feet or doubt the decision. So the quicker you can give them the information that they've paid for, you can get them started on the journey, the more comfortable they will feel. If you're selling an online training program, this would look like making sure that as soon as you get off the phone and you've transacted their payment, that you make sure you get them their login details. You show them how to get into the membership area. You perhaps tell them what the first videos are that they should check out. If you run an agency, it means as soon as they come on as a client and make that first payment, that you onboard them properly. Maybe you have a checklist of information that you need from them or things that they need to do for you to hit the ground running and get started delivering your service straight away. Or maybe you provide a service to that client and there needs to be a bit of one-to-one connection to get them properly onboarded before you can get to work and start building the stuff that they have paid for. For us here at AdClients with our marketing education coaching program, it really is an onboarding call. Everything starts there. As soon as a client is enrolled, we're not even going to leave it a day without making sure we are contacting them immediately. We're welcoming them, we're getting them excited, and then we're jumping on a call with them as soon as possible to take them through our program, explain how it's going to work, make sure they feel comfortable, make sure they've got all the pieces that they need, and make sure they've got their immediate action steps to get started with. You have no idea how excited that makes clients, how valued it makes them feel, and it sets the relationship off perfectly. The second is a personalized client action plan so they know exactly what they need to do each day in our program. And you might say, well, John, that sounds like it relates only really to your coaching business, but this can be transferred across any service that you're providing. So for example, inside of our programs, when a client joins, we have lots of different what we call execution plans based on how much time they have available, how fast they want to go, how motivated they are. And so on our onboarding call, which we spoke about in point 1, we find that stuff out. And based on that, we set them up with this action plan, or as we call it, an execution plan, so that they know to go at their pace, whether they're working a full-time job or a part-time job. They know the actions that they need to take every single day to get the task done and ultimately get the result that they're looking for inside of our program. And it just provides the utmost accountability, and clients love it. And that leads perfectly into point 3 actually, which is accountability. right? We've done the onboarding call, we've set them up with an execution plan, and now we want to make sure that we hold them adequately accountable to the tasks every single day. So that might look like checking in via email, it might be dropping them a quick text message, it might be that we set up a one-to-one call to have a quick catch up and see where they're at. Accountability is so important. Your clients need it, and you need it as well, because if you don't hold your clients accountable, there's a greater chance they don't do the work, and if they don't do the work, they won't get the result. And if they don't get the result, it won't make you feel good either. So you holding your clients accountable means everybody wins. And lastly, number 4 is being hot on response times with your clients, right? When someone's signed up for your product, your service, your program, they need to feel valued, and they need to feel like their investment is validated by the service that they're being provided. And so if they're going 2, 3, 4, 5 days without hearing from you, that's not building the right relationship and quite frankly, delivering what it is that you should be. And so making sure that you're getting back to a client quickly with a good, clear response is going to make them feel valued and going to make them feel like they want to be a client for life. Now, all 4 of these play a vital part in making sure that your clients fall in love with you and quite frankly, can't imagine doing life without you by their side anymore. And it might seem like a lot to implement in the beginning. And quite frankly, it does take a little bit of effort to set this stuff up, but it's going to pay dividends over and over again. And this area of client success plays into a strategy I've been teaching my clients for years called the offer triangle. There are 3 things that your business needs to satisfy, and all 3 of these need to work together in tandem. At the top of the triangle, you've got client success, which we've just been talking about here, and then you've got lifestyle on the other side, and then you've got scalability on the other side of that. And if any of these are not in kilter, you're going to have a problem. If you overextend on client results, we need to be making sure our clients are winning. But if we give too much to it, to where we're working late into the evening, we can't put our phone down in case a client needs us, they phone us in the middle of the night, you can't go on holiday without having your phone in your hand, then it's going to affect your ability to scale, because you're going to hit a ceiling on your time, and it's going to affect your lifestyle. But similarly, if you overextend on lifestyle, then your client success is going to suffer. And finally, if you overextend on scaling and it's all about hustle, 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 grow, 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 money, 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 then your lifestyle is going to suffer, and so are your client results. For us at our company, making sure that that is a cemented piece in our business plan, winning clients over and making sure they get a great result with us is so important that even just recently we hired 5 new people to join our team, and all they do full-time every day is look after our clients, hold them accountable, onboard them, and make sure they've got an execution plan and they're sticking to it. So there you have it, the 3 most important things to, quite frankly, retain more great clients and increase the value of every client coming into your business. Let me know in the comments box which of these you're going to be implementing immediately. And if you want a further education with me, then I want to refer you back to that push and pull script. Closing a client in the right way with the right expectations, so important. Come and check out this video right here. I think you'll really like it, and I'll break down the full script for you, and I'll see you over there.